Yep. Yep. Happy Sunday, everybody. Today is Sunday, and Here go, mommy. Thank you, Isabella. You're welcome. Isabella, of course, is being helpful. Today, everybody at home, so y'all will see a little bit of everybody. See my other son that y'all never see. Look at her, always doing something. Isabella, close that dishwasher. Mommy, I'll pour it. No, you getting ready to eat breakfast. Put it up. So, I guess Eric fixing him some pancakes, but y'all see my other son that y'all never really see, because he's always at school. What you doing, buddy?
I'm making me some pancakes.
My son a little shy, y'all. Eric is not so much the Eric shy. He just not, he's a person that, what they call an introvert. Yeah. Eric, is that what you are?
Yeah.
Like he kind of like to stay to himself, but he talks to his mom. You shouldn't finish. Here's my little dog. Y'all get to see everybody today. Y'all see Parker? So I'm having an interesting conversation, messaging back and forth with a friend of mine. I have a friend of mine who really going through a difficult time. Like life happened for her really, really fast. Like she had a situation, lost her job. Because she lost her job, she couldn't pay her rent. So she ended up homeless just like that. And I posted on Facebook I posted on Facebook to see if I could get some people to help her, because I just wanted to help her get like a temporary hotel or something like that, because she's working and she's just need a little time. She ended up finding another job, so she just need a little time to let me set this down. She just need a little time to kind of get. Y'all, Eric's such a manable child. Love him. My turn. He's so manable. When he's a little boy, sometimes you didn't even know he was so, give it to him. Sometimes he used to be so quiet, you didn't even know he was in the house. He's such a good.
I'm just gonna give that bacon to Isabella.
I'm not gonna get, I got him. You didn't know he was in the house. He never gave me no trouble. I ain't never been up to school for him. Well, I went up to school one time because he was so quiet. He wouldn't talk to the teacher when he's in the first grade. You remember that, Eric? I talk about it all the time, don't I? Eric was so quiet. In first grade they gotta they gotta do some type of test. Here, Eric, Isabella, your food right here. He had to do some type of test to let her know he recognized some words or something. Isabella, what I just say with this sir? You just gonna do what you want to do, right? She want to put syrup in her eggs and stuff, so she could be all up, jumping all over the place, making me crazy today. Nah. But he was so quiet. I had to come up to the school and sit with him, so he could talk. And even then, Eric was talking low as mud. And my son he's a good boy. I can say I never had no trouble. What is Bella? What's up with her? But anyway, let me go back to what I was talking about. What doing? You need to be eating breakfast. This is my breakfast this morning. Macaroni, cheese, steak, and green bean. Mommy, what doing? And I gotta hurry up and Mommy? Drink this for Marsha call. What doing? We got a video visit this morning, but due to the Bureau of Federal Prison. Isabella, give me a second. I'm eating breakfast like you eating breakfast. So give me a second. Please and thank you. That's my little girl. But I gotta drink this before Marsha cause she have fit that I'll be drinking these. But I can't, even though I'm gonna keep it as raw as I can doing these things, due to the Bureau of Federal Prisons rules and stuff, I can't record while I'm doing my videos with her because I have a video with her today. But anyway, let me go back to what I was originally talking about a friend of mine having a hard time. I don't think that none of us are ever in a situation to judge anybody. Because I think we as people, black and white, could be so judgmental. We judge people in jail. We judge people that hit a hard time. We judge. And we need to really get away from that because life can change for anybody. I'm a witness of that. But I was telling somebody, a lot of people wouldn't believe it, but I've been homeless before. I was homeless before when I was 18 years old. And my father-in-law allowed me to stay with them. And then I had an aunt that allowed, you know what's no she did. No she did. Isabella, if you don't get back to this table, here, go sit right back at that table and eat your breakfast. You don't come outside the kitchen and eat. Sit at that table. No, she did. Then drop an egg through my house. That's how you get bugs, letting kids eat through the house. When I was a kid, you couldn't go past that kitchen and everything had to be off your plate. I remember I used to stuff my mouth sometimes because my mama wouldn't let me leave the table. So I stuff my mouth and just go spit it out. But the plate was clean. So she was good. But y'all look at my flowers. I found these flowers at Walgreens. Can y'all believe that? They orange, blue, purple, and red. And like a lime green. I love them. Y'all keep getting off the subject. But I was saying I was homeless. And I slept in my then at the time boyfriend's car some nights. And I remember, I would go from place to place. Because, people don't like for you to stay with them. When you ain't got nowhere to go, nobody don't want you to stay with them. I understand it, but I don't understand it. Because I feel like if you don't want somebody to stay with you, then what you do is help them out to get temporary residence if you could do that. Now, I ain't talking about people who just out here ain't doing nothing, then somebody ain't got nowhere to stay. But I'm saying if somebody have life happen to them. So, I was staying place to place or whatever. And Isabella, if you a girl, don't start that. I don't like when she do that. It's because she don't want to stay in that kitchen. Isabella, I'm going to tell you right now, we ain't going to do this. Sit at that table and eat your, no mommy and me. See what?
You see the bees are outside.
Where the bee at, Isabella? Isabella, that's the thing. It's outside, so why are you tripping?
It's outside.
Okay, but it's outside.
You can't open the door.
I'm not going to open the door.
Yes. Who's that?
Isabella, but you know we ain't coming in the house, so why you tripping?
It's a beach.
Girl, if you don't sit, Isabella, if you don't sit down and eat this breakfast
No.
and stop tripping over a bee that's outside.
No. I want this. No, please.
Y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. And then I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. When I was having kids, I always said I didn't want no girls. Cause I said they extra. Isabella, if you don't get back in here and eat your breakfast. Stop trying to tip on out of here thinking I ain't paying attention, because I am. Sit down at the table.
I want eggs.
So you don't want the eggs now? You're not. If you don't eat those eggs, you ain't get nothing to drink, Isabella. You ain't gonna drink yourself full.
I want eggs.
Y'all, if Isabella don't stop tripping. But when I decided I was gonna have children,
I want eggs.
number one, I said I ain't want no girls, cause they too extra. Girls are very extra. I mean, about everything. So I said I didn't want nothing, and the good Lord gave me 2 boys. Then I said when my youngest son turned 15, I was gonna be career driven. No, about 14, maybe even 13. Here I come with her. I wake up with a little girl. Y'all, I don't know how to comb this girl hair. I could dress her now. We in another place. I told her yesterday, so I'm taking you to get your hair braided. She, oh no, mommy. Isabella, we got to do something. But anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. Never judge people, because you never know where your life could be. Life has a way of turning itself around, and I try to tell people that. When I was 18, I stayed place to place. Okay, Isabel, if you don't want the eggs, don't eat, but stay in here till you eat that bacon. Stop walking through my house eating food. Sit down, I'm not playing. But y'all, Isabella keep making me lose my goddamn thought. She doing too much this morning. Don't eat the eggs, Isabella. Yeah, come on. But anyway, when I was 19, I got pregnant with Aaron, and my then boyfriend at the time decided we needed to get some stability. As they say on Color Purple, y'all need some stability around here. And so he went to the Navy. And when he went to the Navy, he told me that I would never have to worry again about stability. And when he left, he came back. When did he come back? He came back and wrote me a letter. Well, he wrote me a letter. And then he came back after boot camp, which was about 4 or 5 months. And he married me. And I never forget, he was young, so this crazy boy sent in the mail, I know it was about $1,000 in cash. But let's remember, y'all, this was the 90s. He sent me about $1,000 in cash in the mail. And he told me to go get a car. So I went at that time, I got a 94 Pontiac Grand Am. And when, once you got a car, you got the ability to do whatever you want to do. So once I got my car, I started putting my life together. And I went and got a townhouse, and from there, I never looked back. Oh Lord, that bee is big. I never looked back. And I worked hard my whole life. And I can actually say that from that point on, uh, in my life. I've never been homeless again. I never allow myself to get in a situation to need people because I know how people are. But it started with Kim being, loving me at that time to say, you know what, I'm gonna go to the military. I'm gonna get you out this situation. You'll never go through it again. And I can honestly say he did that. No matter where we went through, what we went through, in our marriage, and we had some tough periods in our marriage. Um, you know, we had times when we separated and things because we were young. We were young when we got married. I was 20, he was 21, and then we had been together since I was 17. He was 17 too and turned 18. Isabella, you really showing out. Get off of my table. I don't know why I ain't gotten her today, but she need to bring it back. But we was 17, and at the time we met at Golden Corral over there off of Getwell. And so we were so young that once he got in the military and he was traveling the world, and then he was on the ship gone for 6 months, and then the 6 months started turning to 9 months. He was growing up, and he was growing up without me. So because he was growing up without me, it started to separate him from me. Because I was the type of person, when I'm in something, I'm committed. And no matter what, I was committed to my marriage. But he was gone 9 months out of a year because he was in Injamin on the ship. And that's where he had to be, on the ship the majority of the time. So he would be gone 6-9 months and things like that. So after about the first 10 years of our marriage, he kind of started going in another direction. And I was in my role as wife and mother of our 2 kids, and I was here in Norfolk. I was in Norfolk, Virginia at the time, trying to hold it down, stay in the military housing, and he was gone. So, we went through quite a bit of separations. Went through quite a bit of separation, quite a bit, extramarital affairs on his part. And but I will say that he kept his word to me. And even though I wasn't working at the time, he continued to fully support the family. He never took nothing from us. So I don't know what was going on the other end and who was taking care of it, but I know I was. But that experience experience teach you something or whatever. And so even from that, though, I did learn that I was grateful. Even though I was grateful for all the things that he did, he kept his word. He fulfilled his duty as a husband as far as financially supporting the family. It did push me to go to college. I see, Isabella. It pushed me to go to college. So I went to college and I pursued my degree in English and African American Studies. And then I liked African American Studies so much, I went ahead and I started doing a double major of English, African American Studies. Isabella, do not open the door. Isabella about to make me come for her this morning. But I pursued my degree in African American Studies and English and minor in literature. And so it pushed me to say to myself, even though he continued to take care of the family financially, I felt forced into accepting a lot of things in the marriage that I definitely did not want to accept. And so from there, it is what pushed me to start gaining my financial freedom and my independence, because I had, I tell anybody, when you in the military, when they say you're a dependent, you every bit of a dependent. I solely depended on him, solely. And I just didn't want to live that life. I didn't want to feel like I have to put up with coming and going and all this and that, and you leaving, and if you're there, the phone going off because women texting all types of that. Because some women, they can be real disrespectful, but my issue was with him. But I didn't want to live that life, so I knew that I had to get some financial independence. So from there, I got my degree. I got my emotions together, went to school, got my degree. I think I'm like one math class and Spanish class short of having my degree, but I fulfilled all my requirements but that math and that Spanish, and it was because I took the math class, but I'm good at math, but not taking it online. So I got to figure something out. I thought about going to TCC and finding the math that would match for University of Memphis, because I went to University of Memphis online, and so I can have my degree or whatever. But that started my road to pushing me to be financially independent or whatever. But I'm not so independent that I'm so independent I don't need a man. No, I don't say that. I respect whatever, I respect a man in my life, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be disrespected, treated in any kind of way, feeling like I need you. That's not gonna happen. So that's why I don't judge people. Isabella. That's why I don't judge people. I don't judge nobody. So, it bothered me, but I ain't gonna really go into it. But that was it. So this is a regular Sunday morning. I'm gonna come back in probably sometime this evening and talk some more or whatever. But I did want to talk about that because I was discussing that with a friend or whatever. And then I need to charge my tablet. Eric, what you doing? Eric, where you at, buddy? Oh. So I'm gonna sign off on Marva's journey right now. I'm gonna get some stuff together. Then I need to charge up this thing because it looks like the battery going dead or whatever. But this is Sunday morning. My house, for the most part, is in between. I found this picture of Marsha. I put it next to my bed. I'm gonna tell y'all something before I sign off. Having somebody go to prison is like a death. It's like you grieve every day. And I never understood that till I actually had somebody close. I always sympathize with people in prison, don't get me wrong. But I never experienced it, how tough it is. So I like this picture of her. I look forward to the day this nightmare is over. And that's why I document my life and I talk about it, because I want people to understand that you don't have to, you could be a person that feel like you got the most normal life in the world, which I did. I felt like I had the house, I had the cars, I had, okay. I had the house, the cars, I had everything. I'm so mad I can't find my battery. And one day my whole life changed. My sister went to prison. Hold on, y'all, let me see. That ain't the charger. But one day my life changed. And my sister went away. And it almost, hold on, y'all, I think I got my charger. You need to sit down. And you need to relax.
Mommy, can I watch Paw Patrol?
No, because every time you say you want to watch Paw Patrol, you don't watch it. You just sit on there. Every time. But I'm going to say this. I found my charger. I try never to judge people. I always encourage people not to judge people. Because life had changed, because I went through, when Marsha went to prison, even before that,
Mommy,
I went through a period. Isabella, give me a second. Didn't I just tell her no? But even before Marsha went to prison, I went through a period of losing my primary income uh, from from Kim in 2014, and then 2015, Marshall went to prison, and I almost lost everything. And I really feel like a lot of people was hoping that I was going to lose everything, because at that time in 2014, I had just bought my house. The year prior, in September 2013, I bought my house. And then September 2014, I lost my primary income, which at that time, um, Kim was making quite a bit of money. We had no worries at all. We got up and took trips, and it'd be Wednesday, and we'll say, hey, let's go out of town or something, and we would go, and my children didn't know, my children didn't know struggle, and we were able to. I'm putting it on Paw Patrol so Isabella could chill out for a minute, but we had no struggles for a long time. We helped. If anything, we helped a whole lot of other people. I was the one everybody called when they, needed help or whatever. But 2000, Isabel, scoot over with that computer. Don't have it so close to my ear. Scoot over on your side of the bed. But 2014, I lost my primary income. But at that time I started a job that was real decent. That was my second job, because I had got a job prior to that around 2012. Then I moved to another job at 2014 where I started doing insurance. And I started out pretty good, making about $30,000. Let me go, because this bell is I really don't like how she's making all this noise. So let me move. Hold on. Go back downstairs. I don't like when Isabella do that. I guess Kim taking Prince with him. But anyway, y'all see all my insurance stuff? So hold on. But anyway, in 2014, September 2014, we lost our primary income, but I started a job earlier that year in March in 2014. And then Marshall was indicted by the feds in May of 2014. So May 2014, Marshall was indicted. September 2014, Kim lost his income. July 2015, Marshall went to federal prison. So just those chain events of life sent me like in a really bad financial situation, just like. And then I had this house that I had to figure out how I was going to pay for. So for a while, I was working 7 days a week at the job that I had. And then it was very demanding because I was working a job. I had Isabella. When she went to prison, I had Isabella, and I had to go down to court and get guardianship, because you can't just have a child in your house. You got to go down to the court so the state can take them. So I immediately went down to the courts and got guardianship. I mean, I ain't get it like that. They had to send a guardian ad litem on the case to investigate me and look at the house, and I had to go to court a couple times and stuff like that. So they don't just give them to you. They run your background, they visit your house, they come talk to you, all that. But what I did is when we went to court, I asked the judge to not take my sister's right. My sister's a good mom. So I asked him, I said, don't take her rights as a mother. So when you can't just go to court and give the rights back. You got to do something wrong. So I asked the judge, can he work out something where when Marsha come home, she have Isabella back. So what he did is he gave us like joint custody, like you would do if it was baby mom, baby daddy type of thing, except I had physical custody. So all we got to do is when Marsha get out is just transfer physical custody back to her, but she still got custody. So I want to make sure that she got Isabella back, but just in those 3 events, people were praying on they praying on my downfall because at that time, I had 3 cars. I had an Acura, I had that Mustang, and I had a Lincoln truck. And people were counting days when my cars was gonna get repossessed. They never got repossessed. I worked 7 days a week, and I did what I had to do to maintain, and I did maintain. And all while I was doing it, y'all, I was in a very bad, severe depression. I had anxiety. I had PTSD from Marsha. The way that they did found her guilty and took her to custody, I had PTSD. So I had a lot going on trying to maintain, my life. And nobody offered to help me financially. And a lot of people knew my situation. And there was a lot of people that I had helped for several years. Because Kim had done quite a few years in the military, and he was first class, so he was making a lot of money. And we had helped a lot of people. Now, one person, when Marshall went to prison and Kim lost his career, my phone never rang. Ever. My phone never rang. Nobody ever called, say, you okay? Can I help? Can I come get Isabella? I never got that. Let me get Isabella some clothes. I know you're going through a hard. I ain't get none of that. But I fought my way out of the situation. That's why I tell anybody, sometimes the best way to get yourself together is you got to seclude yourself to get your peace of mind back, and then get your peace of mind back, and then do what you got to do. And that's what I did. And now I have my teaching business. I got a teaching business. A lot of people don't know I tutor. It's called Effective Teacher Tutoring Service. It's an LLC. But I tutor students who have difficulties reading and writing. And I've been very successful in that and getting them on track. So I have that business. I have my insurance business where I sell life insurance and do retirements. And then I'm in a course of LLC in Federal Village, where even now we help people who are incarcerated, who have been either wrongfully convicted, or they may have gotten too much time, or if they're entering the system and they don't know their rights, we help them with their rights. We contact the lawyers, we write the judges, we'll write the prison, whatever they need, that's what we do. So I'm in the process of LLC in that business as well. So once I LLC that, I have 3 businesses, but I solely run my businesses by myself. I don't have no employees. I don't have any assistance, and I really don't want any assistance because sometimes you can't trust people with your business. But I run all 3 businesses by myself, and I raise Isabella. And I take care of my sister while she's in prison. And I tell people sometimes, I think everybody forget that I have a sister in prison too. I have a sister in prison. And so I do that on top of I email about 40 women, and I have 2 men that I correspond with through core links, which you guys will see at some point. My mornings are just quiet, but you'll see my crazy evenings when I get busy and doing policies and stuff like that. But I have a very busy life. Very busy life, but my biggest priority is making sure that my sister's okay. And even now, when I'm working on other people's cases and stuff, we're working on her case too. Because I want my sister, just like I want them to have their freedom, I want my sister to have her freedom. So that's where I am. So this morning, I'm going to log off for right now and finish eating and getting Isabella straight. and then I'll probably come back later or whatever. But I really want people to, I want to document my life and document my struggles and allow other people to see that I understand what they're going through, and then allow people that don't go through it to really understand and be a little bit more sympathetic to people that go through difficult time and people that have family members that are incarcerated. All right, guys, I'm gone. As soon as I figure out how to